What's up, SnEaKyNation? SnEaKy here, back with all the news after week number 8 and year number 2 of our San Francisco 49ers franchise, where the 49ers picked up a victory over the Houston Texans. Let's check out some highlights on 3rd and 14. Down the left side of the field, first round pick Jamon Stovall with a pass interference call. That would set up the 49ers with a fresh set of downs later on in the drive. On 1st and goal, Colin Kaepernick will take it himself. Touchdown, San Francisco. They will go on top 7-0 over the Texans early on. The Texans, though, would get the ball trying to make something happen. Brock Osweiler had plenty of weapons to work with here on 1st and 10. It's tipped into the air, and Marcus Gesser will get the interception for the 49ers defense. A big-time play. Aaron Lynch would be the one to tip the ball in the air, and then, of course, the undrafted free agent with the awareness to get the ball. Then Carlos Hyde with a 12-yard run up the middle to the 30-yard line. Then on 1st down and 10, down the left side, once again, Jamon Stovall with another penalty, and that would set up this Carlos Hyde touchdown run. The 49ers would go on top 14-0 over the Houston Texans, and it would not stop there. The 49ers defense already capable of making some big plays, as you just saw with that Marcus Gesser interception. Still wanted to make some more. On 3rd down and 9, over the middle, it's tipped into the air again, and this time Chantrell Wilkerson would come down with it. However, the Texans defense would start to step up as well after that interception. This is going to be Colin Kaepernick looking for Chris Owusu in the end zone, and Micah Hyde has other plans. Getting the ball back for the Texans. At that point, the Texans start to get back into the game, as is expected. On 3rd down and 9, down the right side, Fuller with the catch. He would take it all the way to the 4-yard line, but they would get held up on 4th and goal and try to run a fake. Marcus Gesser, having none of it, would get the sack, and the 49ers would take over on downs there. However, Carlos Hyde would fumble the ball, McKinney would jump on it, and the Texans would get another mulligan on the play at their own 20-yard line. They would take over. Then on 2nd down and 10, this is Lamar Miller, an 18-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. That would set up 1st and goal, and Prosch would take it into the end zone. Touchdown for the Houston Texans as they start to get back into the game later on in the second. The Texans have the ball again. This is Lamar Miller on the outside, and he will take it all the way to the 45-yard line. Then on 3rd down and 4, Osweiler into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins, touchdown. And just like that, the 49ers' hot start means nothing. We have a tie ball game, 14-14. The 49ers trying to get back into it. On 3rd and 23, will find Chris Owusu. That would set them up for a Joel Edison field goal, and they would take the lead 17-14 with the 3rd quarter winding down. But there is a lot of game to play, and the Texans are looking to make some plays happen now. On 2nd down and 11 on the right side, this is Lamar Miller. He would take it across midfield into 49er territory. Then on 1st and 10 on the left side, Logan Roan, the rookie from Ohio State, all the way down to the 19-yard line. Then on 1st and goal, Lamar Miller into the end zone. Touchdown for the Houston Texans, and they will capture the lead 21-17 early on in the 4th. Kaepernick trying to get the lead back will find Quentin Patton, and he will take it down the sideline to the 31-yard line. Then on 2nd down and goal, Snead in motion, pressure on the way, but Aaron Lissamore into the end zone. Touchdown for the San Francisco 49ers, and just like that, they have the lead back. However, it's coming down to an extra point. The score is 23-21. The 49ers need the extra point to make it a field goal game, and Joel Edison will shank it wide left. And then with this field goal here, the Texans have the lead 24-23 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Texans would get the ball back, but Marcus Gesser, with just over 2 minutes to go, would get the interception and take it to the house. I still don't know what Brock Osweiler was thinking in that situation, or why the Texans would throw the ball, but the 49ers would get the touchdown and take the lead. Now, the 2-point conversion is no good. The Texans are still in this. They have 3 timeouts. They have 2 minutes to work with, and they have Braxton Miller making some plays as he takes it to the 46-yard line later on. 3rd down and 9 down the left side. DeAndre Hopkins with the catch. Then on 3rd and 5, Jalen Strong drops it. That'll bring up a 4th down and 5. Osweiler scanning the field. He needs a play, and Seantrell Wilkerson will snatch it away from the Texans, and he will take it down the field. He does get tackled, but not before he sealed the 49ers victory. 29-24. The 49ers would improve to 4-3 on the season. That is 3 wins in a row. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks. They are currently at 3-4. No practice this week. We already have a gold for each of the previous 2 drills that we have there. So, and with our injuries, we're going to have to select DeForest Buckner, get him some more experience in practice there. But let's go ahead and answer a question from the press. The press question is actually a question I've answered plenty of times before, but a lot of people are still asking it. I'm specifically going to answer it for Sam Knight here. Do you plan on relocating in the future? No, I do not. The 49ers are one of the historic franchises that I just do not see any way they ever relocate. I've always said the teams that I've relocated, while they might not ever relocate, I can at least see it with being within the realm of possibility. The 49ers have a brand new stadium right now. They have 5 Super Bowls in San Francisco. I just don't see that ever taking place, at least not anytime in the near future. So no, I do not have any plans to relocate the 49ers now or in the future of this series. Let's go ahead and check out some of the scores from around the NFL. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers with a 35-32 victory over the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers improved to 6-2 on the year. The Browns falling to 1-6-1. Houston Church, another solid game for him. It just was not enough to get a victory over a very high-powered Pittsburgh Steelers offense. However, where the Steelers offense has been killing it, their defense is really their big question mark. And you never know if the Steelers defense is going to step up. Both of their losses this season came because their defense could not get some stops. And if they go up against a high-powered offense in the postseason, that is certainly something that we need to keep an eye on. But overall, the Steelers offense still too much to handle. And the Browns, again, another good game from Houston Church, but once again, just not enough to get it done there. We have a 22-12 victory with the Giants getting a win over the division rival, the Redskins here. Giants at 2-6 on the year, and look at Jake Rudock. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the day. The Redskins falling to 3-4 on the year once again. Denton Ritchie getting absolutely no time in this game. Kirk Cousins, though, really not making a whole lot of mistakes, but in this case, certainly didn't do enough to get the job done either. 9 catches, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns there for Odell Beckham Jr., as the Giants again proved it 2-6 after going 9-6-1 last year. Now, there was a safety in this game, if you didn't see that before. So let's go ahead and find out about the safety as well. Fumbles forced, 3 fumbles forced, none would be recovered there. However, the one safety by Chris Baker, right end. 24-21, the Rams with a victory over the Panthers. The Rams improved to 5-3 on the season. The Panthers falling to 3-1. So a good start for the first half of the season for the Los Angeles Rams here. It wasn't a great game by Jared Goff, but we've kind of seen them get wins where Jared Goff has some bad games, and that's because the Rams defense has been incredible this season, making a lot of big-time plays and keeping the other team out of the end zone. So the Rams defense is going to step up again, and they are currently 5-3 at the midway point. But look at O'Neal McLaughlin, the rookie out of Wisconsin, 6'3", another guy the 49ers kind of kept an eye on. There he is, getting an interception in this game. 2 fumbles forced, neither would be recovered. 34-31, the Bears with the victory over the Lions. The Bears improved to 4-3 on the season, and look at Danny Whittington, 371 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception of the day. Matthew Stafford had a great game as well, but to see Danny Whittington, a young player, do that is very, very impressive. Again, the Bears at 4-3, they went 3-13 all of last year, so definitely making some right moves in the offseason. The Bears are on the up and up. The Lions, on the other hand, went 12-4 last year, and they have 4 losses already, currently at 3-4 on the season. The tides are certainly changing within that division, but the Bears, again, we talked about it in the offseason, the team on the rise, and Corey Orr has been killing it for the Bears, getting a ton of sacks throughout his rookie campaign here, and here he is getting another one in this game. No fumbles on the day. 31-17, the Saints will get the victory over the Jets. The Saints improved to 5-1-1. The Jets falling to 3-4 on the year, and that is Hackenberg Well, he played a little bit. Geno Smith played the majority of the game, though. Jeremy Hill on his new team, 5.2 yards a carry and a touchdown for him. Brandon Cooks, 12 catches, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. The Saints went 10-6 last year. The Jets went 8-8, but the Saints certainly looking like the best team within the NFC South early on right now. We've seen a lot of the other teams struggle. There's Jacoby McCoon with a sack and a half out of Pittsburgh. So teammates again with Sean Kendall in college there. Fumbles forced and fumbles recovered. We are going to have nothing going on there. 30-22. The Chargers with the victory over the Dolphins. The Chargers improved to 4-3 on the season. The Dolphins falling to 1-6. Just unable to get it done right now. The Chargers really struggling a lot more than they did last year. But, you know, they're not out of it yet. They're still at a 4-3 record. Not doing bad at all. But the Dolphins, on the other hand, just after going 4-12 last year to be 1-6 right now, it almost seems like they took a step back. And they got arguably the best talent in the draft in DeMarco Pema. We have seen him have some good games, but he really hasn't been playing better than some of the other rookies that we've kind of been keeping an eye on. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's injured right now or what, but not seeing him make a whole lot of plays for the Dolphins defense like we have like Corey Orr, for example, who's been getting a lot of sacks. 26-25, the Titans will get the victory over the Jags. The Titans improving to 4-4 on the year. The Jags now at 1-7 on the season after going 9-7 last year. The Titans went 7-9 last year. Certainly off to a decent start here. A little bit of an improvement currently. We'll have to see what happens in the second half of the season. But look at DeMarco Bullock. 6 catches, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the rookie out of LSU. Kadarius Folston, the rookie out of Oklahoma, also had a touchdown in that game. So it's nice to see the young rookies making some plays. Smith would lead the way in tackles. Williamson and Fowler Jr. would have the sacks on the day. No interceptions taking place in this one. We do have some fumbles, though, 2 of which would be recovered by Will Compton and Roy Lacy, the rookie out of Nebraska there, making the play. 31-21, the Chiefs pull up an upset victory over the Raiders. The Chiefs improving to 3-4 despite having Kevin Hogan at quarterback. The Raiders falling to 5-2-1. So the Raiders have really been playing great lately. But it's awesome to see the Chiefs start to get their feet under them with Kevin Hogan. We know they started off really poorly, but Kevin Hogan kind of coming into his own over these last few weeks. And look at Khalil Mack. 3.5 sacks. If you forgot, he got 5.5 last week. So 9 sacks over 2 games for Khalil Mack. The guy is having a killer season, looking to break the sack record, which I believe was just broken last year, if I remember correctly. 31-27, the Falcons with a victory over the Cowboys, and the Falcons improved to 4-3 on the year. The Cowboys falling to 3-5, and again, the injuries to Romo and Prescott not helping, but NASA had himself a very good game here as well. I don't know how much we could really fault them for this, just unable to get it done. But look at Deshaun McClung, a late round pick, 6 catches, 110 yards for him. Then you have Tremont Eubanks, another rookie, 6 catches, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns for the rookie out of Ohio State. So the rookie is killing it in this game, but McClung especially rings a bell because we were scouting him quite a lot in the offseason. McClain would lead the way with 10 tackles. He did have a sack and a half as well. Bryant would get a sack too. Scandrick and Jones getting the interceptions on the day. Fumbles forced. We have none taking place. 27-24, the Patriots with the victory over the Bills. The Patriots have now won 6 in a row. James Vallejo, 294 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception there. The Bills fall to 3-4, whereas the Patriots at 6-2 currently. And again, the Patriots 10-6 last year. The Bills also went 10-6 last year. The Patriots did have the tiebreaker and won the division, though. So not a great start for the Bills if they're trying to stay pace with the Patriots here. But again, the Patriots started off 0-2, but James Vallejo has just been doing a great job lately. He did a great job in the first 2 games as well. But really, he had a talented team, and now he's kind of gotten his legs under him a bit more, I would say. Fumbles forced, 3 forced in this game. Only Brown would recover 1, though. 34-28, the Packers with a victory over the Vikings. The Packers improved to 5-2 on the year. The Vikings falling to 4-4. Packers 10-6 last year. The Vikings at 11-5. So the Vikings, who won the division last year, falling behind the Packers early on this season. Again, the Lions have really kind of been struggling this year. And the Bears, while improved, might not be ready to compete with the Packers just yet, but they're really only a game behind, so who knows? Danny Whittington, if he can continue to play, I don't know if Jay Cutler's coming back from injury and what happens there, but if Whittington can keep it up, man, the Packers might be in some trouble. They might have a team on the rise right behind them there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Fumbles forced, we have one by Clark. It would not be recovered. 34-6, the Bengals with a victory over the Ravens. The Bengals improved to 3-4, so the bye week certainly helping the Bengals out there. The Ravens falling to 2-5 on the season, and the bye week came at a perfect time for the Bengals. They were 2-4. And we need to see the Bengals step up if they would like to win the Super Bowl again, or at least get into the playoffs to defend them. But look at this. Look at all of these rookies from Wisconsin here. The Bengals running back is from Wisconsin. The Bengals wide receivers from Wisconsin. And then if you look at defense, Javarius Forbes from Wisconsin. So many rookies throughout the NFL from Wisconsin this year. It's interesting to see, and they might have more NFL players than that old Miami team. I don't know if I'm going to say that just yet, but a lot of these rookies are looking very, very good. Mosley and Webb would each force and recover a fumble. Let's check out the players of the week. Matthew Stafford, 33 of 56, 392 yards, 4 passing touchdowns for him. Andy Dalton, 22 of 26, 3 passing touchdowns and 264 yards. Khalil Mack, 9 tackles, 3.5 sacks. And then Marcus Gesser, the first 49er to be represented on this list. 8 tackles, 1 sack on the fake field goal, 2 interceptions, one of which won the 49ers the game, which he returned for that touchdown. Unbelievable game from the rookie, and he has really been stepping up his play lately as well. I thought he could have won a few weeks ago when he had the interception as well as the kick return for a touchdown, the blocked kick that is, but interesting to see that. Ankle surgery needed for top left tackle Langley out indefinitely, and they're saying this could be a big red flag in the draft and hinder his lateral movement. So a big injury to maybe the best left tackle. So that is not good. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Here is Carlos Hyde. The 49ers are going to just give him what he wants. We'll give him a 5-year deal. It's certainly not what I wanted to do, but I really do want to bring Carlos Hyde back, and we really don't know what kind of injury we're looking at with Kirkland Marion. I don't know if he's going to be an injury-prone player. Either way, I love the idea of having both Carlos Hyde and Kirkland Marion together, at least for right now. If we change our minds on this later, if we change our stance, we can always re-explore trading Carlos Hyde, but for right now, I really want him on this team. He's been playing outstanding, and we are going to give him the contract. Carlos Hyde will sign it, and it is nice to have him back, guaranteed. So we also have another guy to look at, Daniel Kilgore. He has been demoted this year. I don't really want to give him the contract that he's looking for. I think he's looking for a 4-year deal. It's not an expensive 4-year deal at all, but I don't know that I want to give him a 4-year deal. His run block's only 73. That's not very good. I'd like to bring him back on like a 2-year deal just to have as a backup in case of an emergency. He's not going to accept that though. But look at this. Austin Schobel out of Temple, 6'2", good throw power, great throw on the run, great short throw accuracy. Projected to go into the 3rd round, but a late 2nd round talent. So this is a guy to keep an eye on, a lot of talent and very good value for where he is projected to go. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, they beat the 49ers twice last year, and it is going to be an interesting battle. The Seahawks, though, have been struggling this season, and the 49ers are going into this game with a better record, but we know how talented this Seahawk team is. We know how good they are. And I don't want to think we're a better team just because we have a better record right now. If you look through their roster, you look at our roster, they have a better talent across the board, really. But the 49ers defense has been making some plays, and this is a Seahawk team that does not have a good offensive line. The 49ers' big issue on defense is allowing teams to run the ball all over them. But I don't know if the Seahawks are going to be able to do that. They do have a very talented running back, obviously, but without that great offensive line, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Jaron Reed there, but look at this. Rucci, I'll come back to him later, actually. Look at Mingo, left outside linebacker, middle linebacker, Bobby Wagner. I mean, this is, again, one of the best defenses we will see all season long. However, outside of Richard Sherman, not the best cornerbacks there. They do have Jeremy Lane, but after that, it gets really weak. But then again, they do have great help over the top with their safeties there. So one of the best defenses we will see all season. It'll be interesting to see how the 49ers respond to that. It is definitely going to be a very hard-fought game. But let's go back to defensive tackle really quick, because the Seahawks' first-round pick, Gabriel Rucci down here, he is on the bench. I don't know why they're not even looking at him behind Reed there. I don't know why Wright would be playing over him in this situation. Very weird to see that. Michael Bennett is out with an injury. And then Mangum and Gadsden are going to be out as well. While those are not key players for them, they don't have a whole lot of depth behind Richard Sherman there at the cornerback position, so those injuries could come back to haunt them. And then obviously Bennett is a big piece of their defense there. That is going to be it for this episode, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did, and I'll see you guys in Week 9 as the 49ers take on their division rival, the Seattle Seahawks. Later.